It's been so long since I've done anything other than a Let's Play this channel in like the past 2 or 3 months, so I'm just gonna preface this by saying, hey, I'm still doing these. It's just gonna be, again, the seasonally. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but just in case you were like, those of you who are waiting for wrestling, I said on Twitter why you probably shouldn't hold your breath on that. Those who've seen the current product already know the answer. Those who haven't, well, you're probably all the. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the stuff I've been managed to find, even though I'm trying to cut back on that because it's the holidays and you gotta save your money. Anyway, you see this picture here because I'm starting off with the worst of the season: September, October, November. This Mountain Dew Game Fuel. It says it's a mango with a bit of heat to it. I say it's disappointing with a bit of regret for getting this and not the Black Label or Baja Blast, which this sort of tastes like that instead of mango. And it's just like the heat. I'm like, how do you fuck up mango? And that's my new shit right now, mango. And another thing that'll be the best for September, which I will get to. For now, I'm going to talk about also the... this one was the CNC cotton candy. I think I tried another cotton candy soda and didn't go over too well. This one's got a very faint taste of cotton candiness to it, so if you like it wild, this one might not be for you. I like it because it does just enough to taste like it should without getting too crazy with it. Because the real thing's usually loaded. That's from what I remember from eating old cotton candy. I was like, yeah. Things you probably liked as a kid or at a certain age, but as an adult, you're kind of like, like circus peanuts. I'm still kind of, I don't know. Candy corn, another one. I still do like candy corn. I'll never get tired of that. I couldn't find it here, but I believe this is the brand name for it. Soluti. It's Aloha by these guys. It's a more drinkable aloe. Like I really like the aloe vine. I thought that was amazing. I still do. I had a couple of other ones of those, and I was like, ooh, I like that. I like the mango and everything, and the strawberry and all that. And I was like, oh, this is good stuff. Like, I'm looking at this picture here that I found. It's like with yogurt, too. I'm like, all right, I'll check that out. But so far, the Aloha by Soluti, it doesn't have any pulp, rather, like the aloe vine. So it's just was like a grape Kool-Aid tasting health drink. Not disappointing in a huge way. Its only weakness is basically aloe vine exists too, it came first and kind of was like, ooh, yeah. I keep looking at that like SOS. It's not. Is it SOS or 505? It looks like 505. But it's the Southwestern Shimmy wraps. I think I had like the cheese and bean or something like that. You see like the breakfast ones and all this stuff. These tightly wrapped chimichangas. I had the 3 cheese and a beef and bean. They all suffer from the same problem I've had with most microwavable microwavable burrito type of eats that just are not Hot Pockets. They don't heat evenly, and the very middle is usually ice cold while the rest is piping hot, and the bottom gets all really, really soggy. That's why them Hot Pockets give you them little crispin sleeves. Lean Cuisine does this proper, in my opinion, with them little spring rolls, and it eats like those, the spring rolls, them little tiny ones. You get 3x3, you get them like a sleeve. They heat real nice and even, and they're amazing. These, less so. Reeses for breakfast? How about Reese's Pieces combined with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? I had to try this, because both candies are among the finest in my opinion. And yet they don't mesh too well. The pieces are just too weak and few to fit perfectly with the strong peanut butter and chocolate. Like, you had a peanut butter cup, it's like, wow, it's like peanut butter to the max. It's like, put that fucking addictive chemical in it or something like that, make you crave that shit. Make you eat the whole thing if you were gonna like split it with somebody. It's like, nope, these two for me, none for you. If you want to buy the 2 types separately, I'd say, although that probably costs more money. I might remember to actually do that sometimes down the road and see, like, maybe. Tummy Yumies. Fruit-flavored water drink. Kind of tastes like a not very strong Old Man Rinoa is struggling to come up with the name for them, but they were like these, you probably remember if you were like me back in the fucking 80s, they were these, probably early 90s too, like, they were these, you used to be able to get them for like $0.25 back in the day, like these little juice, canisters or some, not really canisters, but like these plastic ones with like the little plastic on top, like you could like pull off. They taste like a lesser, not as strong version of that. Nothing to get too hype about considering these were for far more than $0.25 to purchase. So I'm like, I believe it's Sir Bananas. I have Mr. written down here. It's actually Sir Banana or Sir Bananas. This banana milk and cocoa banana milk. Not exactly the Nesquik stuff. I guess I'm too used to those and expected the same here. It's a very more natural tasting though. Like these, the more I drank, it's one of those things. Like the more you take of something, the more you're like, okay, all right, I see where you're going with this. You know, would have rated it higher if it wasn't lactose intolerant. But as it stands, you know, hey, if I'm that way and I'm telling you, go get them. You know what I mean? I never get the chance to try them with actual bananas because I opened them for a while and then I would just like drink them in the morning and then just. It was like too much, and then I had like, eggnog. I mean, I kind of forgot about them. But yeah, I'll have to get one just by itself next time I try with actual bananas to let y'all know. That probably would be really good. Triscuit had a real rare miss with that sage flavor for Christmas a few reviews back. I remember talking about that and being like, this year they played it more safe with their version of pumpkin spice. Hey, I got one. You get a little bit of it, and then it just completely falters to just tasting like a Triscuit, so it's just okay. They played it safe this time, and it was like, it was good, you know. It's not exactly blew me away. This brand, I've seen these in stores a bunch of times, but they're always so damn expensive. Them bottle ones, but I managed to get like a 10 for 10 sale going, and for some dollars, I got these Sip, as you can see here, these little cans. They were like $1 each. A Ginger Blossom, which is ginger, vanilla, and the lime. I can see that ginger attempt is a better mix than when Pepsi 18 whatever tried it. That was lime and vanilla. A bit of each is in there, but it's mostly like real ginger, so it's like a little spicy. Thankfully, opted not to get whatever combination the jalapeno was. Like, you know, it was like zesty something like that. I read it, but it was like maybe not. I don't know if I want jalapeno soda. Your definition of zesty and mine is not, you know, might not coincide with one another. Mojo Berry, which is the blackberry, mint, and lime. Not so great a combination as I was hoping for. I'm not sure what lemon flower was supposed to be, like lemon, wildflower, and tarragon. But that one was actually pretty good. But in this case, you see here the one that makes the most sense and is best, and that's simply Summer Pear, which is pear, green tea, and honey. Hey, can't go wrong with two of those three things. Green tea and honey already go together. It's like, let's just throw pear in there. It's like, okay. I'm betting you that they like started with this first and thought, okay, this was a good idea. Let's see if we can like get crazy now. That's my headcanon anyway. All right, now for the best of each month. For September, these Vidalia brands, Sweet Onion Petals, the salad dressing, just Vidalia. It's my new jam for quite a few months now, so this was solid. You know I like it a lot when my complaint is the size of eats was too small. It's some TGI Friday, Bloomin' Onion snack eats all over again, or whatever they were. Those were good. These are even better than those. So yeah, they easily took best of September for me. The best of October, finally got my hands on a Hi-C Ecto-Cooler. I remember having this as a kid, but it's been a while. Like, I can see why I like it as a kid. As an adult, it's a nice, albeit very small, but it's like jazzed up orange juice, basically. I'm like, all right. I can see why I like this as a kid. It was a nostalgia thing. I still do like it a lot, and it got my best of October, I think, just mainly because it was, you know, nothing else, I guess, like really, really stood out for that. October was kind of like a slow month for me, and November crept up on me quickly. I was like, I don't have any whatchamacallit thing. Let me just throw this together. I know I wrote shit down, but I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow's gonna be. That's why you're getting 2 uploads today, boys and girls. You're welcome. Finally, the best of November. I don't have anything to say about these other than just find them. And I'm just gonna say good day with that. These Chewy Chips Ahoy cinnamon donut cookies. You know, you cinnamon. You got like little bits of like the apple. It's like it's supposed to be a cinnamon apple donut. It's a cinnamon donut. But I guess the chips had like apple in it. But yeah, be back again in another 3 months, I guess. Hopefully it goes hopefully not as quick and doesn't creep up on me before I forget again. But I'll always keep this in mind. Because I don't have to spend like a half hour or like 2-3 hours doing it like wrestling I would have. I think I kind of like I'm burnt down on that, honestly. Like the whole 18-19 pay-per-views, not counting NXT, not counting other shit I watch on just random now. Like man, overload. I can give you these 1 or 3 months and say, yeah, I'm done. See you again another. I can bombard you with these. So I'll leave that for my Let's Plays. But in any case, take care and thanks for listening.